Right, so this is the second time I filmed this video, so I hope it's also the last one. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about myself, my story. First of all, I just wanted to warn you that there's going to be some triggers that may affect some of you. So if you're sensitive to like mental health problems, self-harm, suicide, eating disorders and stuff like that, just don't watch this video because this may trigger you. I'm 23 years old and it's been 4 days since I came out as a woman. So today I would define myself as hetero trans woman. So I don't actually know how to start or what to start with, but I'm just going to talk to you like about my childhood, how things went, what did I think like, and stuff like that. So yeah, ever since I was a little girl, I always knew I was into boys. Like I always knew it. I don't know if I was 7 years old, 6 years old, but I don't know. I've got a twin brother, and we used to talk about like guys at high school, like not high school, it was like primary school, I don't know. During the breaks we were outside at primary school and we would be like, oh, so look at that guy, like he's so cute, or look at that other one, he's handsome, or he has cute eyes or whatever. But then there was also a part of us that would like kind of repress it, as it's normal when you're a kid, because nobody tells you that if you're a man you can't like other men, or if you're a woman you can't like other women, or for that matter if you have a penis you can't be a woman, which was my case. So yeah, I always knew I was into boys, but nobody told me I could have a penis and still be a woman, still be a little girl. So it was like, I didn't even question it. But I've always liked Disney movies, and I always could be like, oh my god, I'm so much into this prince and that prince and blah blah blah. You know how it works. But then I would also feel something for princesses. Like, I don't know, I've always liked The Little Mermaid or The Beauty and the Beast, and I would be like, oh my god, Ariel is so awesome, like she's so beautiful, but she's also strong. And yeah, I know there is a lot of crap, like a lot of things that are really wrong with Disney movies, like they're so misogynistic and blah blah blah. But yeah, I just like them, like the female characters. I wasn't a romantic, like it wasn't a romantic affinity, it was something else, but I just kind of wanted to be like them, if that makes sense. It was the same every time I would see a movie. Like I always could be like, look at that female character, like she's so cool, she's awesome, like not only beautiful and stuff, she's also strong or smart and yeah, things like that. And I would think, I wish I was like them. I wish I was like one of those female characters. So on the one hand, I was into the men of the movie series, anime, whatever. But then there was a part of me that was so into like female characters, like in another sense. But at that time, I didn't even question myself. I didn't even question my identity, my gender identity. I was like, okay, so I've got a penis. I've got a beard, this and that, so I am a man who likes other men, so I might be gay. And that was pretty much my story until I met this person who is non-binary gender person, and I was like, how can they not identify as a woman or a man? Like, how do they know they're not a woman or a man? Like, it's so weird because I've always known people are women or men, so how can somebody not be a woman or a man? So that was, yeah, and it was like 2 years ago, and and I started questioning myself, and I was like, how the hell do I know I'm a man? So 2 years ago, I started doing like activism and stuff, but always as a cis gay man. But then I would still question myself, question my identity, and then yeah. But I know ever since I was a little girl. Well, at that time I thought I was a boy, but I would always feel different. Like yeah, ever since I was in a crowd, like in a boys' crowd, I would feel different. Like not to mention when I went to the dressing rooms at high school, that was horrible. But I was like, okay, the reason I feel so uncomfortable here might be because I like all the boys and I'm a boy and I'm surrounded by naked boys, and they may know that I'm gay, so that's why I might feel uncomfortable and unsafe. Which I know happens to a lot of gay cis men. So yeah, so I would always feel odd and I don't know, weird and different between other boys. Like it's just a typical. I wasn't into sports. I wasn't into like manly things and stuff like that. So, but yeah, nobody told me I could have a beer and a penis and this and that and then still be a girl. So I was like, okay, so I'm gay. Yeah, and it was quite the struggle to come out as a gay when I was 17. So yeah, but I was wrong. So yeah, then I met this person who was also non-binary gender trans person, and we started going out. So they were my partner, and then I started knowing a bit more about their reality. So that helped me question myself even more and to find even more answers. Because yeah, of course I found more questions, but then some of those questions were answered by me, and others were not, and still are not. But it was a step forward. But so I began to think and to remember when I was a little girl, and I would take selfies in the mirror, like hiding my genitalia, my penis, because I didn't feel comfortable with it, which I know have always happened with me. I've never liked it. I know I would look at the mirror and I would be like, I don't like that part of me at all. And it was the same with my beard and with my body hair, which I still have, and I don't know, I'm a bit more comfortable with it nowadays, but it used to be quite a struggle. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, I used to think I felt uncomfortable with that, like with my genitalia and with my body hair and with my voice, just because I was like a girly boy, something like that. So I felt like I had to be feminine because I was gay, not because I could have been a woman. And yeah, I've always felt this affinity to women, like to girls. When I was at high school, they would talk about these topics and I would be so into them, like I would feel so part of them, and I was like, yeah, I feel you, like I know what you mean, I know what you're talking about, I don't know, I can feel related to you like a lot. And I've always had like girly likes. Like I remember one time I asked my parents to buy me a pony, those little ponies that you had to like brush their hair and stuff. So yeah, but I thought it was just because I was gay. I don't know, I would listen to female singers and I would repeat the songs in my head, like imagine like picture myself singing those songs about boys and blah blah blah, but always from a girl's perspective, never from a boy's perspective. And I would also like perform some of the scenes of the films I like for example, I don't know, The Little Mermaid and stuff. I would actually perform those scenes when where I actually obviously was the female character like Ariel or Belle or whoever it was. Yeah, I know it's geeky, but I embrace my geekiness. Yeah. Or even when I was reading books, because when I was little, I used to read a lot of books, like fantasy books and stuff, and I would always be, in my head, I would always be the female character, like the witch or the elf, or I don't know, but I would always be the female character. That's ridiculous. Yeah, so I came out as a cis gay man when I was 17, and it was quite a struggle. Apparently, everybody knew around me, like my friends and my brother, and yeah. But I embraced it when I was 17. But I don't know, some things still didn't feel right in some sense. Like it was like, okay, I know that I'm gay, but I still feel like not entirely me. So yeah, in time, I would start to wear makeup. I would start wearing women's clothes. I don't believe clothes have any gender, but just so you understand. Yeah, so I would always wear feminine clothes like skinny jeans and yeah, makeup and stuff. And so yeah, I was like, I don't know, like until 1 year ago. Until 1 year ago, I would identify myself as just a queer cis gay man. I was like, okay, I've got my expression is not a man's expression, like completely a man's expression, but it's not either a woman's expression. So I'm queer, and so sometimes I wear skirts. Yeah, well, I usually wear skirts and makeup and stuff like that. And I've got a feminine attitude, whatever that means. So yeah, I'm just a queer cis gay man. Then my mental health problems started, and there's a lot of shit to talk about. So I may make another video talking about that, but to put it in a nutshell, I don't know these idioms. I suffer from an eating disorder, like since I was 18 until I was 22, so until like 1 year ago, almost 2 years ago. Yeah, I remember I would go to the university and I would compare my body to always the women's body. I would feel like I wanted to be like them. I would see their reflections, like their faces and their hips, their legs, everything, and I would feel like I want to be like them. I want to have those legs, I want to have those hips, like that kind of structure, that body structure, which I know it's based on a transphobic idea, but yeah, I'm just saying these things so you understand how I felt. So yeah, and then yeah, my head went to shit, like I was really bad, but I would love when people, like when my friends told me I had women's legs, or yeah, some of them would tell me, like if somebody saw me from behind, they would think I was a woman, or something like that, and I would actually feel good when they told me that. I would feel like, yeah, that's what I like, that's what I want. Which was worse for my eating disorder, because he kind of fed it, and that's another matter, but yeah. So I've always wanted to be like a woman. Then yeah, for example, I started shaving my whole body, not the beard, like I'm pretty comfortable with my beard now, but I would shave my legs, my chest, like everything, everything. Yeah, I would shave everything. I look like a baby. Yeah, but then I kind of started to embrace it, to embrace that part of my body, and to start feeling comfortable with it. But yeah, so then I met this person who was a non-binary transgender person, and we started going out. And I said that. So yeah, I was start thinking and remembering about these things, and I was like, how do I know I'm not a woman? And it was like six months ago or something like that, 7 months ago. So yeah, that's when I became to have this identity crisis in my head, and I struggled quite a lot, quite a lot, because I honestly didn't know what I was. I felt like what the fuck am I? Like, I didn't know what I was. I was like, I've always thought I was a cis gay man, and now I've no idea what or who I am. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? So yeah, when I was, I don't know, I was pretty fucked up. I went to Norway, and that's when my depression really kicked in, and I started self-harming to feel something, because there was a lot of stuff going on in my head. I'd never had a boyfriend before, and I hated my body because it wasn't what I wanted it to be. Like, I know. So yeah, it was pretty fucked up. So then I was like 20 years old. I think it was when I was 20 years old, and I was so fucked up because of the eating disorder, borderline personality disorder, which I think I already had by that time. Like anxiety and a lot of stuff. So yeah, so I used to self-harm, but I never attempted suicide until I was having a family lunch. Let's say I don't have a nice relationship with my father or my grandparents, for that matter. And the reasons are, I think the reasons are pretty obvious. So I don't know what was the trigger, but I was so fucked up. And he said something, my father. I don't even know what it was. I don't know if I just forgot it, or because sometimes when I experience a traumatic situation, I just tend to forget about it unconsciously. Or if it wasn't such a big deal, but it was like I was so on edge that was like the last bit that made me explode. But anyway, I just exploded, and there was a lot of things wrong in my head. Like, there was a lot of things going on in my head that they were not healthy or right. So I just remember going to my bathroom and taking all the antidepressants I had, hiding beneath my bed and taking all of them, and then self-harming. So I cut myself and took a shitload of pills. Like, I really wanted to die. So I took them anyway, and I fell asleep. And I remember as I was falling asleep, I remember kind of regretting doing it, because I was like, I don't even know who I am. I don't know what I am. Nobody knows. Like, I pushed away so many people, like my friends, my family, everybody, even my twin brother, who I currently love. I pushed everybody away. I didn't know who I was, what I was, and I was just going to die without knowing it. So yeah, I guess because I wasn't normal. Like, when I say normal, I mean I wasn't a cis hetero man. So that, as I wasn't that, I was not normal. So I was not valid. So I was basically dying underneath my bed. And I was kind of thinking about these things, but as I was falling asleep, And it really bugged me. I was like, I'm just going to die without knowing all of this, and just because I'm not normal, like I'm. So I felt like a weak person and a coward because I was kind of running away. Yeah. So anyway, after 1 hour, I woke up, and I just remember there was a lot of blood, and yeah, I felt like crap. Like actually, I felt like crap. But I also felt so thankful because I wasn't dead. Like to me, I think it was like I already died because one part of me just gave up because it couldn't bear with it. So I think I count that time as a time that I died. And yeah, and it's been 3 years already since that. But I think there was that moment when I thought, I'm not giving up again. Like, I know my life is going to be a struggle until the very moment I die, because I'm not normal. I'm not a cis hetero man. So I don't fit in this society, and it's going to affect me in every matter until I die. But then I started to become better. I started going to these group therapy sessions, and I met a lot of people that were like kind of like me. Like they had been in similar situations, and I started getting better. I started getting my friends back and my family back. Like not my father, obviously, but yeah, my brother and my mom. And I don't know, I just started to see that there wasn't anything wrong with my body or my sexual orientation. There was nothing wrong with it, and I got a lot of support. And I know not everybody has that support. So I'm not saying if you're trans or if you're gay, if you're bi, if you're a lesbian, I'm not saying you have to come out. Like, I'm not saying that, because first of all, I think it goes your survival. So if say you think if you come out as a trans person or as gay or as lesbian, if you think your family is going to react in a violent way, like if you think they're going to kick you out, if you think they're going to beat you up, if you think they're going to try to kill you, it's totally up to you, and it's totally valid if you decide to come out or if you decide not to, because that's up to you, and nobody has the right to tell you if you have to come out or not. That's for you to decide, because you're the only person that knows your reality. Nobody else understands you. It doesn't matter if they're also trans or bi or gay. It doesn't matter. You're the only person that knows your own reality, so don't let other people tell you what you should do. Yeah, so it's like up to each of us, like, to decide whether something is good for us, as in you embrace one part of yourself or of your identity, let's say as a trans person or as a gay person or as a lesbian person or as a bi person. There is a part of us that is obviously calling out to come out. Like, I want to say I'm this, because this is my identity, this is who I am, this is what I am. I'm not normal, and I want to let the people, I want to let the world know I'm here and I exist and I'm valid. But there's the other part. We don't live in our single bubbles of like protection. It's not that as easy as say, yeah, I'm trans, here I am, blah blah blah, I'm gay, I'm bi, and it doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't work like that. You can't get killed because of these labels, and it's something cis hetero people don't quite understand. Like they all, I can hear a lot of times people going, don't put a label on you, blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah, but the thing is, me as a trans woman, this is a reason why I might get killed today or tomorrow. I don't decide to put this label on me just because I want to. It's like, it's the world that puts this label on me, and that's the reason everyone is going to treat me differently, in a different way, because of this label. I didn't choose to put this label on me. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is that this is my reality as a trans woman. I don't know, I feel like since 3 years ago, when I kind of died, I decided not to lie to myself again. I decided to be honest to myself. I decided, okay, this is me. I'm going to try to find out who I am, like everybody does. And I'm just going to try to live to myself, like to be honest to myself, and to fight for other people that are going through the same situations or similar situations. I'm just going to fight for them, for our existence in this world. That was my resolution. So now here I am, 3 years after. Just found out I've always been a woman with a beard, and I'm still valid. And I've never been a gay cis man, which is kind of like a shock, because it's like, oh my god, I've been living with this idea of me for 23 years, and then I find out that I've never been a cis gay man. So it's like quite a shock. I feel so much happier. Like, I feel like I've discovered a part of myself that was buried deep inside of me. And it's like, okay, so on the one hand it sucks because it's like you're not normal, and you thought you made a big step, like you made a big step forward, like 5 years ago when, no, 6 years ago when you came out as a cis gay man, but then you realize you're not. So it's like, okay, so now I have to yet again tell to the world, tell to the society and everybody in this world that I'm not that person, and I'm totally different, and I'm still not accepted in this world. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks because if I was normal, my life would have been so much easier, and I wouldn't be struggling with mental health so much. So it sucks, but on the other hand, it's like I'm getting to know myself. I'm getting to know my identity. I'm getting to know what and who I am, and it's just nice to know who you are. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to keep finding out who I am and what I am and what I stand for. I'm just going to fight for it, and that's my resolution. That's my goal in life. So yeah, I don't know, I just felt like sharing my story with you guys. Yeah, so I kind of works like a therapy session, and it's free, so anyway, so about me being trans, yes, I want to go through transition. I'm not saying everybody should, but yeah, that I may talk about that in another video because there's a lot of things to talk about. But yeah, in my case, I do want to go through transition. So yeah, I hope it's not so long as a process. I know it's a long process, but I don't want to be like waiting for it forever. So if I'm lucky and if things go well, I'm just going to try. I can't make any promises, but I'm going to try to film everything, to keep doing these vlogs and yeah, sharing my story with you guys. So something else, I just wanted to thank a lot of people that have always been there for me like especially my brother. I feel like if it wasn't for my brother, when I was 17 years old, I wouldn't have come out as a gay man, because he came out like 2 years before or something like that, and he was the one who introduced me to the LGBT activism and a lot of other things. So I just want to thank you, my little brother, and my friends, because I've been so fucking lucky. I don't believe in luck, but anyway, because I think I've got like the best friends ever. Like they have never pushed me away for being gay, for being mentally ill, for being trans. Like they've always supported me, and they are right now. And so things in my family they're not so easy and so rosy, but I'm just grateful that I've got such nice friends and the best brother. So thank you.